Sakamoto and Aoi are at the school supporting Hana and are thrilled. Back at the store, Shin and Lu are arguing over her using his apron. They bicker back and forth, and Lu insults him to the point where he leaves as Heisuke enters. Heisuke asks if he could take the buns that are on the floor. Lu, frustrated, tells him only if he leaves. Lu, remorseful, thinks Shin came back to the store. However, men in hazmat suits arrive, and they notice that Lu is wearing Shin's apron, and they kidnap her. In the van, the kidnappers are excited to know that they have Shin, but the driver, whose name is Seiba, tells him, the passenger, whose name is Tanaka, that the person in the photo doesn't match who they kidnapped. Frustrated, Tanaka scolds Seiba. The other members are curious as to why they have to kidnap Shin. Tanaka tells them that he was a part of a lab experiment and the only one who survived. Tanaka continues to insult Shin and is kicked by Lu. Lu then insults Tanaka for bad-mouthing Shin, realizing that they caught the wrong person. Shocked. He is shocked. Later, Shin walks back to the store, expecting an apology, and realizes that Lu got kidnapped. Shin, who is full of regret, tells Sakamoto that he shouldn't have abandoned her, but Sakamoto pinpoints the location because of the name tag tracker. Back in the van, Tanaka is worried about the fact that they caught the wrong person. Just then, Sakamoto and Shin intercept the van on their motorbike. Excited because they don't have to go looking for Shin, Tanaka sends his men to capture him. However, Shin and Sakamoto take out the bikers quickly, shocking Tanaka. As Shin lands on the car and is met by Seiba, who takes out Shin quickly. He then makes an attempt at Sakamoto, but he then destroys his bike and returns to the van. Tanaka asks him if he was able to capture Shin. After telling him no, he begins to freak out. Thinking that they lost Lu, Sakamoto tells Shin that their last location was Okutabi. Curious, Sakamoto asks Shin about the lab. He tells him it was a place where he grew up, but he never remembered the scientists being violent. Sakamoto urges Shin that they need to get Lu back. They then arrive at the museum, which is used as a front for the underground facility. Sakamoto and Shin are greeted by workers who ask them to take their picture. After they tell them no, they are then forced to take pictures and use masks for disguises. Later, Seiba and Tanaka are carrying Lu in a cart, which is stopped by Kashima. He questions him about the person who was kidnapped, but Tanaka lies to him and Seiba exposes it. Then Tanaka and Lu are carted out. Kashima then threatens Seiba, telling him he needs to find the right person. Later, Shin and Sakamoto then try to enter through a secret passage, but it's blocked and they are attacked by robotic bears. After they defeat them, a robotic dinosaur attacks. Thinking swiftly, Sakamoto easily defeats the dinosaur. Curious, the scientists think that someone has tripped the alarm at the entrance. Just then, a man in the lab coat hits the scientist because he thinks they aren't working fast enough, but just as he goes to shoot him, Sakamoto and Shin disarm him. The scientists are surprised to see Shin, but tell him that assassins have taken over the building and kidnapped the leader. The scientist then goes on to give details of the assassins and their ranks. Just as one of the assassins enters the room, the scientist hides Sakamoto and Shin in a closet. Later, Lu is with Tanaka in a cell, and they argue, as Lu tries to escape the cell, but is stopped by Asakura, the leader. Later, a doctor who is drinking a blood packet tries to find out what the scientists are hiding. His name is Horiguchi. As he threatens to kill the scientist, Shin tries to kill him with a pen, but he dodges. As they face off, Horiguchi pulls out a syringe and injects Shin, causing his speech to be reversed. However, Sakamoto intervenes and knocks him down. Later on, Shishiba and Osaragi arrive at the museum based on Nagumo's intel.